Is this boring to you? 1 second. Is that really boring? Come on. What's going on, guys? My name's Psutka, and if you've ever had a problem with drinking or any substances in your life, or maybe you just realize that your drinking's kind of getting a bit out of hand, or maybe you're a straight up alcoholic like me, then stick around because I know what that feels like, and I know what it feels like to think that normal life is too boring. And I've definitely said that before in my lifetime. On our agenda today, we're gonna be exploring the beautiful city of Toronto, as I always am, and I'm gonna break our topic into like 3 major sections. I'm just gonna stop here so we don't lose too much light. And I'm going to be spreading those sections out throughout our journey today as we get to our final destination, which I'm hoping is going to be really epic, so stay tuned for that. All right. Okay, so if you just stumbled upon this video and you have no issues with drugs or alcohol or any substances, anything like that, I'd stick around because you get to experience Toronto and you might find this information useful or at least informative. So alcohol was my biggest problem, but it definitely did not stop there. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to be focusing on talking about alcohol. We're really just talking about being intoxicated in any form, really. Okay, so I remember even before I knew I had a problem that I thought getting up was fun, and it was at the time. It was just a lot of fun. It enhances your moods and kind of drops your guard down a little bit, makes you feel a little bit more outgoing. You would say or do things that you normally wouldn't. It's kind of freeing in a way, especially for introverts. It's very easy to get attracted to that feeling. It can temporarily reduce your insecurities or even kind of remove your insecurities for a period of time, and it can make you feel, well, fucking awesome. So if you add alcohol to anything that you normally enjoy doing, well, it usually will just make it even better. The most amazing thing about it is that you can be doing basically nothing, and if you add alcohol to that, well, it can turn into a pretty damn good time. Just talking with your friends or sitting around a campfire or drinks at dinner just to enhance the mood. Everyone's enjoying themselves and life is good. If you have control over your consumption of alcohol, I think that it's a wonderful thing and a great benefit to life. The problem arises when we're using alcohol to fix deeper issues. And sometimes we're not even aware that we're doing it until we're off the deep end. I talk a lot about this in my other videos as well. So I just wanted to start this video off by talking about the good side of alcohol and how it can add an element to your life that otherwise wouldn't be there. Believe me, I've enjoyed the good side of alcohol for many, many years. Okay, I'm really excited to show you this spot, and we still got a little ways to go. Let's do it. Let's get into the meat of this subject. So if you have, or if you are currently struggling with any form of addiction, there's kind of one question or maybe like a concern that we struggle with, and that's, I can't imagine my life without this. Whatever it may be, alcohol, drugs, substances, whatever it is. And the sun just decides to dip down just under the bridge right as I start talking. This is nice. I got a seat now. Right on. Okay, so if you're at that point when it's been that much a part of your life for so long, then it's almost kind of impossible to imagine your life without it. Alcohol in particular is extremely tricky because it's everywhere, it's socially acceptable, and it's also kind of socially acceptable to be consumed in extreme amounts, as bad as that sounds. We ask ourselves all these questions like, how will I meet people without drinking? How will I hang out with my friends that still drink? How will I find a relationship without drinking? Blah, 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 blah. I wish I could give you a better answer, but at the end of the day, the answer to those questions is, you just will. You'll figure it out, you'll adapt, and you know what? You might even find people that are better suited for you at that time of your life. If you've ever done anything in your life where you didn't know what the outcome was going to be and you just pushed through those ifs, ands, and buts, and you just did it, this is the exact same thing, just at a much larger scale. And the sun is back. I gotta move again. Okay, so I'm completely behind this bush now, so we should be good for the rest of this, except for the noise of all the traffic driving by. Okay, if you can get through the initial, the hard part, the initial beginning stages of getting sober. If you can get through that, holy shit. Now there is one thing I'd like to add here. If you somehow get sober, but you don't fix the reason why you needed to be intoxicated in the first place, you might not be happy sober either. I know that's a tough pill to swallow, pun intended, but in my experience, it makes all the difference. If you're not figuring out who you truly are and why you needed that medicine to begin with, I doubt you'll stay sober long. We are getting into it today. Much needed. Lot of rebar. Whew! Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. Just outside downtown Toronto. Let's see how warm the water is. Oh my god. It might be time for a Matty Apoya's Lost Drone Part 2. Just saying. Don't fall on me now. Okay, good. Alright, so when I was getting sober, I didn't just get sober. I went to one-on-one therapy, which I think everyone should go to for at least a bit of their life. It's remarkable what you learn not only about yourself, but everyone around you. Here's a little secret. Everyone's fucked. Just some people are better hiding it than others. Or they're just doing the tough work to understand themselves and everyone around them better, and they've grown tremendously from it. But the big thing that I ask myself is what I really want out of this life and my time here. And if I don't go after that, if I don't pursue it, how I'll feel when it's too late, when I'm too old to pursue those things. See, the trick to being happy sober is to love what you're doing on a daily basis and to fix those underlying issues. So I dove headfirst into the things that I love and that really interest me. I learned so much about cameras and editing software and filmmaking and photography in 1 year. It's insane. See, I've always loved YouTube, and I figured I'd take a real shot at it this time. A real shot and a different approach, a healthier approach than I had in the past with all these new skills that I had. Filled that card up pretty fast. See, I love being outside. I love exploring, so that's why I'm making it such a big part of this channel. That's why I'm building this around it, because it's something that I enjoy doing so much. Here's another thing. You know what's not boring? Putting things in your body that make you feel good, that give you real energy. Man, that's a crazy feeling on its own. Taking time to be grateful and appreciate how ridiculously incredible this world actually is. Man, if you get to this point, you'll be stunned that you ever tried to drown it out before. One of my favorite things is sunsets. When I see a good sunset, it's like crushing a bottle back in my early years. I feel amazing. I definitely don't do some of the things that I used to do, but in replace of those things, there's come so many more even better things. So what I'm saying is that sobriety is what you make it. If you're just doing the same old things, the same old shit that you used to do, but just not drinking, then yeah, it could get pretty boring. But if you're going after the things that you want in life and you're surrounding yourself with the people that only enhance that in you, then yeah, it's way more fun. I've said this in one of my other videos called "It's hard to be happy when you feel like shit." Alcohol turned my life into the most repetitive existence ever. Eat, drink, sleep, drink, so on and so forth. You get it. Now I pack my days and my life with things that I love doing, things that I really enjoy doing. And sure, there's still tons of stuff that I don't enjoy doing on a daily basis, but that's just life. And the progress that I've already seen is huge. Sobriety and being sober is what you make of it. And all those situations that you're scared of, like how am I gonna go out with friends when everyone else is drinking, all that stuff, it just gets easier and easier. And now, like, I don't even think about it anymore unless it's to remind myself of the damage that it's capable of doing to me. There's this whole other world. There's this whole other world out here once the fog is lifted. And I recommend that you do everything in your power to lift that fog and get out. Because it's awesome out here. My foot's asleep. I can't feel it anymore. Oh, that feels weird. This shit's awesome. What's your name, man? Mark. Mark, let's see what you got. What? So I guess there's a difference between hacky sack and foot bag. I didn't really know, but yeah, it's like all these little metal pellets inside a really smaller bag, and then you're basically just trying to stall every time you flip it up. You're doing a different stall. I used to play hacky sack back in like high school at like lunchtime and stuff like that. That's a whole nother level. Nice to meet you, Mark. Right? Just you wait. How was that one? Not bad, eh? Stick around, check out some of my other videos. Lots of cool spots, lots of exploring, awesome topics. But if you enjoyed this video, go down there, hit the like button, be something positive today. I'd greatly appreciate it. Subscribe, do the thing with the bell so you know the second I put out another video, and I will see you all next time.